All right, here's a good one. You guys ready? I just turned 18 today. Any tips or advice? This is from Josiah Corey. Josiah, happy birthday, bro. Glad you turned 18. You made it. You're an adult. Not really, but you're sort of an adult. You're like a pseudo adult, right? That's fantastic. Happy birthday. My biggest advice to you, two pieces of advice. We get very, 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 very pragmatic. First piece of advice, don't go into debt. Now that you're 18, you can take out a credit card, you can take out a student loan, you could take out a car note. Don't do it. Don't. If you can't afford it in cash, my brother, don't go put it on credit. Just don't. I did it. Just learn from my mistakes, please. This is the version of you from the future coming back and speaking to the 18-year-old you, okay? I'm you in 17 years. I'm 35. I don't know how many years that is. Terrible at math. Don't do it. Don't take out any student loans. Don't take out any car notes. Don't take out any credit cards. If you can't pay for it in cash, you can't afford it. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. If you still want it, go get a job, hustle, flip stuff on eBay, go to garage sales, go to Dollar Tree, go thrifting. I don't know. There's a ton of ways to get money. Go drive for Lyft or Uber, DoorDash, Uber Eats. Make more money if you want nice stuff. Want a car? Don't go get a $10,000 car note. Go get $3,000, $4,000 in cash. Buy a car cash. Don't go into student loans. Work your way through college. A lot of you guys can get grants. You can get scholarships. Get those. Do not go into debt. I promise you it's going to set you up for your future. If you stay out of debt, it's going to be so good for you. Build an emergency fund. Have a couple banks in a month. Have a couple months of expenses in the bank. Build an emergency fund. Start investing, man. Start investing. You know, if you invested just $100 a month, $100 a month through Robinhood. It's an app called Robinhood. I'm not getting paid to say this, but $100 a month through an app called Robinhood into basically any NASDAQ fund, index fund, ETF is what they're called. You will retire with like millions of dollars in the bank. By the time you're 60, you will be a multi-millionaire. I'm talking like, because the way compound interest works. Start investing young. God, I wish I would have started investing younger. So those are some really, really pragmatic things. And then I would say, society has fed you guys this lie of adolescence, that you go from child to adolescent to adult. And it's just, I wish nobody told me that. I wish people would have just treated me like an adult. I wish I would have became responsible and started paying bills earlier. I wish I would have moved out earlier. I just wish I would have done a lot of stuff different, because by the time I actually started my life, I felt like a late bloomer because I had been coddled. And I think a lot of you guys are just coddled. Like people just are a lot of just softness, just like a lot of softness, a lot of sensitive kids, a lot of kids that are always in their head, offended all the time, too much access to excess, you know, the obesity epidemic, right? What is obesity? What happens when people get overweight? I'll break down scientifically what happens. You overeat calories and your body thinks that you're overeating because a famine is coming, because famines used to happen. So you're overeating calories in preparation of a famine that never comes, therefore you get fat. We have too much access to excess that you can eat so much that you can grow fat and morbidly obese and cut your life by decades. Don't get fat. Don't go in debt. Yeah, those are the don'ts. I'd say the do's is do different things, try different things, pick up a camera, try making some music, do something creative, learn Photoshop, learn Illustrator, learn Premiere, do some different stuff. Those are going to be the skills that are going to be very valuable as more and more people hit the influencer space, as YouTube becomes bigger. YouTube, they're saying within the next 4 years, as the rest of the world gets smartphones and technology, that YouTube is going to double in reach and in size within the next couple of years. That's crazy. Think about it. YouTube has 1.5 billion subscribers right now, active users. Instagram has 1 billion. TikTok has 800 million downloads. I think it's maybe even 800 million active users. So a lot of people are getting smartphones. A lot of people are going to hit the internet. I will be paying attention to the internet. Start understanding how money works. Start understanding that money is just an exchange of value. That's all it is. If you can add value to someone, you can make money. It's really that simple. So, if 6 billion people on the face of the earth can do a cleaning job, because they have hands and feet. But not 6 billion people can edit video. So therefore, a video editor gets paid more than a cleaner. Doesn't mean that the cleaner is inferior to the video editor. It just means the video editor has skills that are more scarce in the marketplace. Make yourself scarce. Develop skills and talent stack, meaning that if you can learn how to do video, you could probably learn how to do photo. If you learn how to do photo, you could do Photoshop. If you learn how to do Photoshop, right? You see what I'm saying? You could do more and more skills. You could learn and take this to the logical conclusion. You could do a e-course. You could do a membership. There's so many ways out here to make money. So understand how money works. Don't be afraid of it. Use it to honor God. Use it to bless people. Use it to be generous. And that's why we want to be successful, right? We don't want to be successful because we want a bunch of stuff to hoard it. We want to be successful so we can create economic opportunity for other people, so that we can care for the least of these, the people who are without clothes. We can clothe those people who are without homes. We could give those people homes, the people, the single mothers, right? We want to be successful so we could be a blessing to other people. That's a healthy view of money. Your money is not for you. You don't want to be successful just to hoard stuff and have a bunch of things. Things don't make you happy. I mean, I guess they can make you happy a little bit, right? But like having a bunch of stuff doesn't make you happy. The times I'm most happiest is when I'm with people I love and when I'm helping people. So figure out how you can make yourself most valuable to help people. And that's, I feel like that is going to be the most God-honoring thing you could do with your life, is how can you build a life that helps and serves and blesses people? I feel like the intersection that we're at with technology, with the economic opportunities that are in front of us, things like learning, educating yourself, investing, staying out of debt, not making stupid decisions, not getting fat, being in great shape, sleeping, this is all common sense, guys. This is all really, really common sense. It's just common sense isn't common anymore. And so when someone like me or Dave Ramsey or whoever comes around and just starts saying stuff that makes sense, you guys are like, wow, he's dropping gems. No, I'm not. I'm just telling you guys stuff you already know that no one talks about anymore, but a few people, and then it's just like, my goodness, this is amazing. You mean that my value is what I can bring to other people, and that's how I can make more money, is to develop more skills? Yeah, that's it. There's a reason why lawyers make $250,000 a year. It's because very few people become lawyers. There's a reason why, actors make more, because very few people become actors, right? So make yourself scarce. But now you don't have to be a lawyer and actor. You could be, an influencer. You could have a clothing line. Like, I've met more millionaires. I'm not exaggerating. I've met more millionaires under 40 in the last year than I have in my entire life combined. This is real, guys. This is real. And I'm not talking about people that are selling somebody some BS course with some ClickFunnels. I'm talking like people with real businesses, people really out here getting it. In the last year, it's incredible how many 7-figure entrepreneurs I've met, how many 6-figure entrepreneurs I know and I hang out with. It's a great time to be alive, man. Take advantage of it, because who knows? You could be the hands and feet of Jesus to somebody that really needs to have a spiritual need and a spiritual transformation, but they also need a physical need. They might need some food and some clothes and somewhere to live and someone to listen to them and someone to have the time to visit with them, right? So I know I said a whole lot, but hopefully that was helpful. All right, where are we at?